Good morning, children. Welcome to this video. Today we are going to read the lesson number 9, The Night the Bed Fell. Before starting the lesson, let us know something about its author. So, the author is James Thurber. James Thurber, born in 1894 and died in 1961. He was an American author, playwright, cartoonist, humorist, and a journalist. He is best known for his short stories and cartoons, most of which were published in the New Yorker magazine. His most notable works include his autobiography, My Life and Hard Times, the play, The Male Animal, and the short stories, The Catbird Seat and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which has been adapted for film twice in 1947 and 2013. Children, before starting the chapter, just answer me simple questions. Have you ever had a funny experience in which the whole family was involved? Of course, many of you can have the experiences. Now answer me, do you know anyone with a phobia? Phobia means fear. Some have fear from height, some have from water, some have from depth, and some have fear of, to get less score in the exam also. Children, the story The Night the Bed Fell is a humorous piece about one strange night in the author's life. The members in his house are his parents, his brothers Roy and Herman, and a cousin Briggs. Each of them has their own peculiarities, and one night, in their sleep induced confusion, all of them together managed to create a chaos. Now, let's start the story. It happened when my father had decided to sleep in the attic one night, means at roof. To be away where he could think means he needed some peace. My mother opposed the notion strongly because she said the old wooden bed up there was unsafe. It was wobbly, means shaky, and the heavy headboard would crash down on father's head in case the bed fell and kill him. There was no dissuading him, means no one can stop him from sleeping in the attic bed. However, at a quarter past 10, he closed the attic door behind him and went up the narrow twisting stairs. We later heard some threatening creaking as he crawled into bed. Grandfather, who usually slept in the attic bed when he was with us, had disappeared some days before. Means grandfather has gone away somewhere else. On these occasions, he was usually gone for 6 or 8 days and returned after the period. Now, children, come to the next paragraph. We had visiting us at this time a nervous first cousin of mine named Briggs Beale, and Briggs believed that he was likely to stop breathing when he was asleep, means he had some phobia. It was his feeling that if he were not awakened every hour during the night, he might die of suffocation. He had been accustomed to setting an alarm clock to ring at intervals until morning, but I persuaded him to abandon this. He slept in my room, and I told him that I was such a light sleeper that if anybody quit breathing in the same room with me, I would wake instantly. Means the author requested him not to set the alarm clocks because he is a very light sleeper and even light breathing can disturb him. He would awake. He tested me the first night, which I had suspected he would, by holding his breath after my regular breathing had convinced. My breathing had convinced him as I was asleep. I was not asleep, however, and he called to him. This seemed to allay. Allay means to reduce his fears a little, but he took the precaution of putting a glass of spirit of camphor on a little table at the head of his bed, in case I didn't arouse him until he was almost gone, he said. He would sniff the camphor, a powerful reviver. By midnight, we were all in bed. The layout of the rooms and the disposition of their occupants are important to an understanding of what later occurred. In the front room upstairs, just under father's attic bedroom, were my mother and my brother Herman, who something sang in his sleep, usually marching through Georgia or onward Christian soldiers. Briggs Beale and myself were in a room adjoining this one. My brother Roy was in a room across the hall from ours, and our pet dog Rex slept in the hall. My bed was an army cot, one of those which are made wide enough to sleep on comfortably only by putting up, flat with a middle section. The two sides, which ordinarily hang down like the sideboards of a drop leaf table. When these sides are up, it is perilous, means dangerous to roll too far toward the edge, for then the cot is likely to tip completely over, bringing the whole bed down on top of one with a tremendous banging crash. This, in fact, is precisely what happened about 2 o'clock in the morning. Always a deep sleeper, slow to arouse, and the narrator had lied to Briggs that he is a light sleeper. I was at first unconscious of what had happened when the iron cot rolled me onto the floor and toppled over on me. It left me still warmly bundled up and unhurt, for the bed rested above me like a canopy. Hence, I did not wake up, only reach the edge of unconsciousness. Means the author was unconscious when the cot rolled him onto the floor and went back. The racket means a loud noise, annoying noise. A racket, however, instantly awakened my mother in the next room. Mother woke up with the sound of, crashing sound of cot. She came to immediately conclusion. Mother concluded that the big wooden bed upstairs had fallen on father. This This created a lot of confusion and a chaos in the house. What happened next, we will come to know in the next video. Till then, read the chapter once again and enjoy the confusion created in author's life.